Welcome back to my Keep Up channel. Croatia 1-1 Brazil, 4-2 on pens. Neymar and Co are knocked out of the World Cup on penalties after Rodrygo and Marquinhos both missed from 12 yards to send the tournament favorites home. Lesson number 1 at the place they call Education City: never ever write off Croatia. Not even if you happen to be Brazil, 5 times World Cup winners with talent like Neymar in your ranks. Not when one up and deep in extra time, and the Croatians seem utterly exhausted, having spent more than an hour deep in defense, having yet to summon a shot on target. They really do boast incredible reserves of spirit and mental fortitude. Lesson number 2: don't leave the best penalty taker, in this case also the most expensive footballer in the world, sitting on the last one. It might not go that far. This one did not. Brazil were already out before Neymar could step forward, and he left the pitch in tears. The first and the fourth are often the key penalties, according to those who study these things. Croatia's heroic goalkeeper Dominik Livakovic saved the first from Rodrygo and Marquinhos, a centre-half who does not take penalties, hit a post with the fourth. Lesson number 3: save the dancing until the end. Even if it is part of the national culture, it is safer not to wind up the easy-to-needle Croatians with a celebratory boogie. Brazil thought they were in the semi-finals when Neymar pounced in stoppage time at the end of the first period of extra time. Off they went off for a dance by the corner flag, which looks a little previous today, as they head for home with Roy Keane enjoying the last laugh. It was a fabulous goal. Neymar had conjured little until this point, when he dropped deep, demanded a pass from Marquinhos, and turned towards the checkered ranks of Croatians packed around the penalty box with eyes on the clock. Gaps did not seem to exist, but Neymar dropped a shoulder, bounced a pass off Rodrygo, collected the return and gathered pace. He linked another 1-2 with Lucas Paqueta, darting into the penalty area as alarm spread through the defenders afraid to make contact. He swayed, feinted to shoot, snake-hipped past goalkeeper Livakovic and cut his shot high into the net over the last desperate slide by fullback Borna Sosa. Brazil burst free from the tension and frustration. They deserved the lead, but they reckoned without Croatia's depths of resilience, and with only 3 minutes of extra time remaining, 2 substitutes combined to level. Mislav Orsic made this way down the left wing and delivered a low cross to Bruno Petkovic, who met it with his left boot. His effort clipped Marquinhos, swerved and gave goalkeeper Alisson no chance. It was their first shot on target and heading for penalties, as they did when they beat Japan in the last 16. As they did 4 years ago, to knock out Denmark and host Russia, before beating England in extra time in the semi-final. Livakovic delivered a huge psychological blow by saving the first from Rodrygo. "He was the difference in crucial moments to save us," said boss Zlatko Dalic. "He saved first penalty and gave us confidence, and took confidence away from our rival because they were afraid he would save again." Croatia scored 4 penalties before Paris Saint-Germain defender Marquinhos stepped forward, fired his effort against a post and sank to his knees, his face buried in the grass as the victors sprinted away. Euphoric in celebration, across the green turf where the yellow shirts of Brazilians crashed out, some with tears streaming. They started to console one another, but it took them a long time to drag themselves off from the scene. Boss Tite, who had always planned to walk away after this World Cup campaign, turned and headed down the tunnel, sparking criticism for not offering support to his players. There will be a long inquest. Did he select the right penalty takers? Were they in the right order? What about his substitutions? Did he pick the right team? Did he regret resting his players against Cameroon when they were safely through, but lost and surrendered momentum? He is a dignified man, and he shouldered the bulk of the responsibility for what will go down as another failure. It is 20 years since Brazil's fifth world title, and they will have to wait at least 4 years for another crack at the Golden Prize, by which time Neymar, the icon of a generation, will be 34 years old and perhaps no longer part of the plans. This was his big chance. This was their big chance. They appeared strong, with options and balance. They arrived in Qatar as favorites, but they are out. Here, they started poorly. Croatia were the better team in the first half, albeit without creating any clear chances. Luka Modric, at 37, excelled, controlling the tempo with fellow midfielders Marcelo Brozovic and Mateo Kovacic, and winning back possession quickly when they lost it. Brazil lacked ball-winning hustle and aggression. They improved in the second half, but ran into the defensive shield made up of Dejan Lovren, Josko Gvardiol and keeper Livakovic, who made blocks and saves. It made for tense and breathless entertainment. The Brazilians pushed, and Croatia resisted, riding their luck but refusing to go under, and carving out a late chance when Petkovic skipped between two challenges on the break and found Brozovic, who fired over. Then Neymar struck. Delirium. Then Petkovic leveled. Despair. Then Croatia won the shootout. Of course they did. They always do. 5 shots on target, 4 of them penalties, and a place in the semi-finals again. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.